why a calorie deficit can make you feel cold during weight loss, and when it's worth speaking to your GP. This video is for general information only and is not a substitute for advice from your GP or a registered dietitian. Are you eating less to lose weight, but finding yourself constantly reaching for an extra jumper? You're not imagining it. Feeling cold during a calorie deficit is one of the most commonly reported complaints among people trying to lose weight. And whilst it's usually nothing to worry about, it's worth understanding what's going on and knowing when to get it checked out. So let's talk about what's actually happening in your body. When you eat less, your body has less fuel available to generate heat. This process is called thermogenesis, and it can slow down when your calorie intake drops. On top of that, your body may adapt to reduced intake by lowering your basal metabolic rate, the calories your body burns just to keep you alive and functioning. A slower metabolism means less heat being produced overall. Then there's the insulation factor. Body fat, specifically the layer just beneath your skin called subcutaneous fat, acts as a natural insulator. As you lose fat, that insulating layer thins out, and you may notice it most in your hands and feet. Hormones can play a role too. Research suggests that prolonged calorie restriction may suppress levels of thyroid hormone, particularly a form called T3, as well as leptin. Both are involved in regulating your metabolism and body temperature, so when they dip, cold sensitivity can get worse. For most people following a moderate, well-planned calorie deficit, mild cold sensitivity is manageable and temporary, but it's important to know when it might be pointing to something more. Several medical conditions can also cause cold intolerance, and these are worth ruling out, especially if your symptoms feel significant or are getting worse. Hypothyroidism, an underactive thyroid, is one of the most common. It can cause fatigue, dry skin, hair thinning, and persistent cold intolerance. A GP can check for this with a simple blood test. Anemia is another possibility. If you're low in iron, vitamin B12, or folate, your body can't carry oxygen around efficiently, which can affect heat production. Raynaud's phenomenon is worth knowing about too. It causes an exaggerated response to cold, particularly in the fingers and toes, which can turn white, blue, or red. A GP can advise on managing it. And if you're restricting calories very severely, please do speak honestly with a healthcare professional. Extreme restriction can significantly disrupt the body's ability to regulate temperature, and specialist support may be needed. So, what can you actually do about feeling cold? Layering up is a simple first step, especially on your hands and feet. Staying physically active helps too, since movement generates heat, and making sure your diet includes enough protein may help support your metabolic rate during a deficit. NHS guidance recommends aiming for a reduction of around 500 to 600 calories per day as a sensible, sustainable approach. Very low-calorie diets, those below 800 calories a day, really do require close medical supervision, so please speak to your doctor before considering anything more intensive. When should you contact a GP? If your cold sensitivity is persistent, getting worse, or comes with other symptoms like fatigue, breathlessness, changes in your skin or hair, or colour changes in your fingers and toes, it's worth getting checked out. Don't just assume it's the diet. A healthcare professional can run the appropriate tests and give you personalised guidance. Right, let's recap. Feeling cold during a calorie deficit can happen due to reduced heat production, a slower metabolism, and less insulating body fat. Hormonal changes, particularly to thyroid hormones and leptin, may make cold sensitivity worse during prolonged restriction. And if your symptoms are persistent or come with other signs, see your GP to rule out conditions like hypothyroidism, anemia, or Raynaud's. Remember, this video is general information only. Always speak with your GP or a registered dietitian before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you have any existing health conditions. Have you experienced this yourself? Drop a comment below. I'd love to know how you've been managing it. And if you found this helpful, please give the video a like and subscribe to the Bolt Pharmacy channel for more evidence-based health content.